everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited to welcome Aiden Ross from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Aiden, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. I'm so happy to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And your blind audition of Adele's Love in the Dark received an almost immediate four-chair turn to lead off season 28. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm still taking it all in. It's been surreal. It's been really cool to see how almost just like little bits of like the entire world have just like come together to reach out to me and just show me love and support. I mean, it's been just such a blessing. It's been awesome.
Well, I'm here to do the same, but Snoop and Michael turned first, quickly followed by Reba and Niall as your parents looked on. Then you got a standing ovation. How did the reality of all that compare to what you might have imagined would happen?
I mean, I went up there, really locked in, but really just hoping for one chair. I mean, I had not done any previous round before, so it was all very new territory. I expected, okay, maybe I'll get a chair come the course. But no, it felt like I barely got a word out, and then chairs were already turning, and I didn't know what was happening, and it was such an emotionally confusing moment for me, right? Because I'm singing this song, "Love in the Dark" by Adele, such an emotionally heavy song. But meanwhile, I'm the happiest I've maybe ever been, because of what's happening. So it was really interesting to wrestle with that, but it was all an incredible time. I really do think it fueled me.
Did you realize while you were performing that they turned around? Because some artists I've talked to, they are kind of not really even aware of
Mhm.
it because they're so focused on their own performance.
I had friends that experienced that, but no, I mean, I had like almost like one eye on them at all time. You know what I mean? Because like I was like, oh, are they gonna turn on or not? Because you step onto that stage and there's four big old chairs away from you, and you're like, okay, Snoop, Reba, Michael, and Niall are gonna be behind those chairs. I don't know which one's gonna be where. I don't know when they're gonna turn. And it's interesting because there's this like moving aspect that can change during your song versus none of the other rounds really have that. So it was really interesting to have that, and it was really cool. But I mean it was crazy.
Well, all the coaches obviously really wanted you, and Snoop pointed out that he turned in 1.3 seconds, which I'm pretty sure is exactly accurate. And then he took off his glasses for you. So you had a really tough decision to make on which coach to go with. What factors went into it?
Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, again, for starters, it really was an incredibly hard decision. I mean, we have Snoop Dogg who, I mean, turned first, has the coolest chain ever, but also owns his own record label, which is something to be taken into consideration. Michael is an incredible singer. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Can't stop playing his music during the holidays. He's also just, I mean, they're all stand-up people, but he's just a gem of a guy. Reba's been in the industry longer than anybody. She's found success everywhere. She's just a sweet lady, really. But I think Niall was the right decision for me because he came from a TV show. I think the kind of music he makes is most similar to the kind of music that I want to create. He's also just like even just really simplified. I think I would just could connect with him the best. I think it's been really funny because someone on the show or one of like the producers was like, every season the 12 contestants that make it on each team kind of like resemble or like reflect their coach. And so I was looking around at the rest of Niall's team, all 12 of us, and like the immediate vibes and dynamic I'm getting is so Niall coded, which was very funny to see. But I really just do think it was the right place for me.
Looking forward to your next experience. You're working with Niall. What have you learned from him so far? And what do you hope to learn as your voice journey continues?
Mm. So come the battle round. One thing that Niall was a big oh my goodness, proponent of was just the emotional connection within a song. And of course, the technicalities are incredibly important. I mean, the engineer in me best believe that whenever I sang Love in the Dark, that every portion of that song was planned out, every vocal inflection, big note, run, riff, whatever it may be, that was planned. But the emotional connection to the song is the core of it. Like at the end of the day, you want to make people feel something, and he has taught me that more than anybody has before. And yeah, that's how he's grown me so much as an artist.
Right before The Voice, you released a single, Everything and More. So tell me more about that and also your musical background and performing history.
Yes, so everything and more. Because I had a multitude of songs that maybe I could have released, and the rest of them I'll plan to release after the show ends. But Everything and More was the song that I chose because it was one of the first songs I'd ever written. It really just had a special place in my heart, you know. All my songs just start with me and my guitar, and then eventually they become something more. Um, so looking back at my musical career, growing up, my dad would play the guitar, my sister and I would sing together. That's where I learned to harmonize. That's where I learned the value of singing and the joy of singing with other people. Um, and then let's see, seventh grade comes around. My dad is like, "All right, buddy, it's your turn to play the guitar. My fingers hurt." So he threw a guitar in my hands, and I couldn't put it down. I ran with it. Flash forward to high school, started doing the school musicals, all the cute stuff. That taught me how to like perform. But junior year was a big year for me. That year, I joined the a cappella group at my high school. I really just sunk my teeth into, again, the joy of singing with other people, creating music with them. That's when I started playing gigs. And that's whenever I was able to really see how receptive people that or strangers were to my sound. And that's really just I got so much joy from that. And so that's something that I continued to do through the rest of high school and something that I still do now. Um, yeah.
Well, Aiden, what we've seen so far on the show has brought us, the audience, joy. And I want to thank you so much for being with me on Hillary's Happy Hour, taking time out. And I wanted to lift a glass to you and your continued success on The Voice.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.